what are all the things in Tower of Fantasy that you should do, that are time specific, and that you absolutely want to do because the rewards are sufficient enough to do them? Well, I'm glad you asked all of those extremely specific questions. First things first, ladies and gentlemen, the number one thing that you're going to want to do when you're just starting in is resin. You're going to want to burn your resin, do your dailies, and a couple more other things I'll tell you later in the video. Some of them I'm not sure if you've even heard before. At least I didn't. There are locations that are really hard to get to and are getting a special gift, essentially, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. The first thing you should do that is paramount to your efficiency and your time is spending your resin. Now, it's something pretty obvious, but what do you spend your resin on? And that would be interstellar operations. As soon as you click this, it's basically going to open up some mirrors or purple doors, essentially. You are going to scan all of them and see if you have any good rewards. These are essentially weapon materials, which is going to be incredibly useful for you at all points in the game, until you can get some level momentum and etc. But yes, scan through all of these and see if you have anything above a purple. And anything that your current favorite character / your main character, ideally your DPS, needs to upgrade. Scan through them, figure out what that is, and then go get it. Now, another thing that you can do, which is incredibly good, is if you go down to the bottom left box, the chat box, you click it, it's going to open up a big menu. You're going to head to recruit, and then when you go into recruit, you basically can see everybody else's instanced mirrors, because these are instanced for everybody, so everyone has different ones every day. So there's going to be constant ones there. Sometimes you can get legendary drops, gold drops. It's amazing if you have that weapon. And ideally, this is just eventually you're going to have a character that's going to come down the pipeline that is going to use those weapon materials, so it's not a bad bet even if you're a betting man. Is the ability to basically farm armor. Armor is something that is pretty important. The good news is that armor isn't like other games where basically armor you'll just get, if you get like a gold critical rate armor piece, that's pretty huge. You can kind of keep that for a long time coming. It's not like this hat can drop with like variability on the substats and basically keep you in this state of artifact farming, what some people know it as, which is a hellscape. I would try to wait until you can get to level 5 of joint operations, because that's when the drops start getting really, really good. Anyways, next thing you should do is your dailies. Yes, I know this is obvious, but we'll get to the more specific things later, but this is like the most bang for your buck things that you should get done as soon as possible. You do your dailies, you basically go, and there's going to be these diamonds on the map. Also, you have to make sure you obtain that. Actually, that is the first for me. I did not know. I have never been grabbing these the whole day. Hey, by the way, you need to go up here and grab this. What the hell? Have I not been getting that the whole time I've been doing my dailies? That's painful. Anyway, sorry. Yeah. Anyways, dailies are basically just going to appear as purple diamonds on the map. They're like this, except they're purple. Just run around, get them done. They take two seconds. You guys are seeing what they look like behind me. It's super chill. Run around, do those. They're usually pretty good about spreading them out around the map so that you can kind of be forced to look around your area, pick up chests, stuff like that along the way. Good stuff like that. So do your dailies. That's going to give you bang for your buck. Reclaim them in that weird way. What the hell? I'm mad at myself. Anyways. The blind leading the blind. Now, the next thing that you're going to want to do, and this is where we start getting more into like the weird niches, this is stuff that I didn't even know that's really, really important that you do. Training. So training basically has, if you go to the training section, you have a point store. Now this point store resets every couple days. I think it's every week that this point store resets. Time to reset 11. I assume maybe it's like 11 days or something like that, but this resets, and this actually has very, very good resources. Also, these boxes basically can give you access to specifically pick gear that's for quests, hidden side quests, things that you're going to need. So to have a huge amount of currency here is really important. Now, how do you get that currency? By doing training. Now, each one of these training are available per day, and I think they become unlocked as you go throughout the week and as time progresses. But you only have one chance to do one of them, and you can choose between a variety of difficulties sometimes. So for instance, right here you guys can see that like the gain for training points is 1 to 20, but if we go to this one, you guys can see it's 1 to 400, or sorry, 100 to 400. Now, this is determined if you're able to basically complete the challenge at the absolute max challenge, which is like do it quickly, do it with less failures, that kind of thing. So, but if you do fail the challenge, then you'll get somewhere between at minimum 100 just by wasting your daily try on this. But you only have a daily try, and it's usually 2 daily tries. Well, as things progress, you might be able to do this one, this one, this one, this one. But it is important to do this because this is a currency that is, again, something that you can just dump into this store and get a lot of out. And if you don't do this, then you are losing out on a lot of currency that is very, very good. And it's also not bad. This is like, usually these are fun little mini games like rolling the ball down a just think of mini games. Just think of like surfing, throwing a ball down a hole, trying to like make an orb go into a hole, into like a weird jigsaw puzzle type thing. It'll make sense when you get in there, but just make sure you do these every day until they look like this, until they're whited out, 0 of 1, and you'll be good to go. Awesome. Now, the second thing that you're going to want to do is mine out something called support points. Also, a quick way to just get to your like money and currency. So if you're wondering where like what all this currency does, so say if you've accumulated a lot of training points, you can literally just go to your character screen or your backpack and then just switch to currency and then just jump right to whatever currency you want and then hit the store button. It'll take you to the store in which you can spend that currency. But support points are what you gain basically by doing any activity when you are out of resin or when you are not using resin to basically do it. So basically you just did a co-op activity without any yield. There's a little yield, but nothing usually. And that's what gives you support points. Now, there's an optimal thing to do in order to get support points. And also, the support point store is incredibly good. You got wishes here. You got, you can get all of this. And all of this resets in 2 days. Now, you can get a maximum of 1,500 support points a day. So we need to get a lot of support points really quickly. How do we do that? Well, you're going to want to go into your spend your currency, and you're going to have not enough to basically yield anything. You guys can see this one costs 30, and you're going to go do dimensional trials. Now you're going to load that up, and you guys are going to choose whatever difficulty you can do, and then you're going to go to find team. And then you're going to go to dimensional travels because it doesn't auto lock there for whatever reason. And then you can choose whatever difficulty you want. Even if they say stuff like this where there's no matchmaking currently going, you can still play it. It's going to ask you, do you want to like buy more currency or vitality in order to yield something from this activity? You're going to say no, just continue. And then it's going to start matchmaking. And then here's the cool part about this. You're going to approve, yes, throw me in there, cap, yes, I would like to go without any resin being able to be spent. And we're going to go into this, but this is one of the only activities that not only is like the quickest activity that you can do, which has a huge yield of support points, but also you can auto do it. You can literally just hit auto. This is a great thing to do if you're on, if you have a phone, just to hit auto and your characters will automatically start fighting. You can literally just do it without hands, and then you'll just let this go while you're looking at a video online, when you're listening to a podcast, having this going in the background. If you want some of those things, if you're trying to play catch up, then that is something you can do. You hit auto right here, boom, hands free, baby. My fucked up hands aside. Yes. And yeah, our person's just fighting. They do it really quickly. They play pretty all right. And most people you guys can see are just using the auto feature, and they're going to gun it, they're going to complete the mission for you, and then you're going to be done. I would love to see this kind of weird, but I think it automate this even more, because when you basically still have to do that situation to enter into this environment. So you still have to say like, ready for queue, want to do this, put me into a game with others, and then you have to hit auto again. If they could make it just like, hey, could you just keep this shit running? Just keep this shit going, please. Would be pretty great. But again, your characters will just play, you'll end it, you'll get 150 per run, so it's still quite a lot. You still have to grind your head off. I wouldn't aim for the maximum amount of points, but granted, maybe when you do a higher difficulty, you'll get more from it. I still think even worst case scenario, you're able to do this fast. Of course, log out of the encounter quicker that way, and then just jump in again and do that over and over again until you have sufficient points to buy at least the bare minimum of some of the value in the store. Now, at this point, we've kind of succeeded in our daily acquisition of things that are finite that you should do every single day. These are things that I didn't even know about, and they're super specific and kind of far out the way. But the first thing is basically you're going to want to head your way, and this is of course the main place. You're going to want to head your way all the way over here to this kind of place right here. It's called the Black Market. You just run there, find there's nothing going to be inhibiting your way. You just literally just straight shot to this area. Go to this location. It's kind of in between a mountain rock crack. And you're going to go talk to this guy who you guys are seeing right now. And he's basically going to give you a choice between 2 presents every single day. Largely, they seem to be cosmetic, but I assume they're kind of random. You could probably get maybe a wish from one of these or something. But every day, he's going to give you a gift. Now, after you've basically done that, you've acclaimed your gift, you're going to be good to go. All right, guys, don't lose heart. We're almost done. We got 2 more to go. These are kind of last 2 bonus things that you can do. They're kind of a little yield, but kind of still worth it. Essentially, you're going to want to make your way to any of the towers that you have unlocked. You're going to go through that tower to kind of like the Citadel area, the Techno area, and essentially you're going to make your way up to the higher floor. I found this out on stream, but essentially you can go around this area and interact with various things like trash cans, vending machines, boxes and everything. Basically just drag your face on anything that looks like it could hold something. And essentially make sure you also collect it, because you can unlock it, like search it, and then it will tell you that there's something in there and you need to click and actually obtain that. I just basically searched and found that there was stuff in there and never actually claimed any of it. Unlucky. Luckily, I went back because my chat was yelling at me and I did that. I picked it up. Thank God. Anyway, so you can go and do this every single day. What it yields you is things like food items, which is really nice, especially in combat when you're taking on world bosses, but also it gives you things like springs and cogs and things like that, and that's going to help you when it comes to leveling up vehicles and all kinds of things like that. Miscellaneous junk that you don't want to spend a ton of money on, but it's still nice to have, essentially, in your pocket. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, is the ever-present hellscape of the tower / the floating city / the Ferris wheel area. And that one's a little bit more touchy. I think the person I seen did that one was double staminaed. Cheating, lying bastard. But jeez. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're just gonna head up to this cord right here, the one closest to the mountain. Again, the cord's a little finagly. You'll slip off. It's okay. You can reclaim some ground. You'll be right as rain. But yes. Oh, bad time to scratch head. Bad time to scratch the head. Also, shameless plug, we did this on stream. And if you want greater detail, link in the description down below will take you to the VOD. This is where it sucks, because you need to perfectly, so there's like a RNG factor for your character going, grabbing. So you need to, it's a real finagly mess. There we go. Come on, grab. Please grab. Please grab. Please grab. Please grab. No, grab. There we go. I'm not sure if this is it. Oh, Jesus Christ. And then we do jumpies, and then we do this, and then we land here, boys. Right here. Right here. And it's not done yet. It's still so much. So much still needs to happen. It's a whole thing. We climb up here. We get on this ledge. We let our grav thing come back, our little jetpack, and then we bounce up there. You can just jump up these ones, because, yeah, we can repair our stamina. We get over there. Oh my God, I hate it. So now we're here. Now, we basically try to get climby. If I can, nope. There we go. So now we're climbing. Now we gotta squeeze through that little gap. So you gotta jump until you grapple, essentially. Yeah. So now, we arrive here on this white kind of thing. So now we're gonna walk until there's a break. Right here. Right here. All right. Now, we're going to go right around here, and we're going to grapple up to that white thing, and then we're going to kind of scoot on the back of the plane, on the inverse, and then we're going to aim for the words above us. Let's get a little bit away from the thing, so we're floating not and hitting our head a bunch. Grapple, there we go. That should be a little bit better. So when we get to the top, we're going to basically aim for like the center of this cutout block. Okay, and now, we did it. Okay, you can just walk down, your legs will like, there's something above me. We're gonna get a little stamina to come back, then you're just gonna jump on that wall, you climb right up, there's a little crack in this, we're gonna start to work our way forward. Boom! Hell yes! Okay, so, by the way, I hope you have a tiny, well, it should be, well, I don't know, we'll see. But, now you just climb up here now. The hard part's basically over, I believe. Yeah, so now we're on here, go team. But the thing is the people who I watched basically, I don't even know how to describe it. Basically, they did this like double jump kind of situation. Maybe we can avoid it. We'll see. Essentially, there are these cracks in this dome. We're gonna try to find one of them oh, there it is. That's what we want right there. Okay, so we're looking for this little divot. In fact, holy shit! Like I think a short queen can actually just completely. So we're just gonna do this. Never mind. She's still the same problem. We're just gonna keep doing this. Find that wiggle room. We could try that. She's also one of the tiny people. There's so much real estate up there, dude. What's your problem? Maybe, let's go find a different, oh wait, what? Oh, we're in there. Oh, okay. You need to go forward and back eventually. So you get yourself wiggled in there, and then you're good. Okay, now there's also a little bit of terror, because now we need to, well, it shouldn't be that bad. We're gonna wait for our thing to come back, and then we are going to climb. I'm nervous. I'm nervous, but yeah. All right, let's see if we can make it up there. As much height as we possibly can. Do a jump. Grab. There we go. And if I'm not mistaken, we can get teleportation point, which is over here. It is over here. Nice. Oh, look at you up here with the gods. Well, anyways, we did it. Huge, massive, absolutely massive, as she said. All right, there is the claw machine, and there's apparently weapon parts. Also, you are terrifying. You look like a little fucking Chucky thing. Anyways. Firework device, no, it is over here. Yes, where this, oh, Fluff, oh my god, Fluff is literally here. What in the absolute fuck? I forgot that's how MMOs work. Fluff has been waiting this whole time. That is, I was so not ready for that to be a thing. Holy shit. Okay, so now we just play the game. So now you do this every day, you jump in here, magic claw, loading. And then we just let it rip. Is there one I want more than others? I've watched enough Sea-Dog VA videos to nail this shit. Fluff always ready for the worst case scenario. I'm here, pull me in. You still, no, that's it. So you do only get 3, all right. And hi, I'm still here. Yeah, option 2 will just be to port or teleport to a person who's already been up there and got the waypoint. You just do this by basically pinging to your party leader who has been there. And you do that by doing this. I'd go to Fluff, which is this. No, I'd go here, hit this button. That would transfer me to the party leader. Oh, which makes sense. Okay, so that, yeah, so I had the party lead and I was making it extra difficult. Okay. Oh yeah, so we spawned right on Fluff. Fluff's right here. So that would be how you do it. You basically get a friend that does it, get him to join your game, make him the person who has been here before, the party lead, and then just snapshot to him by hitting that button, the button that lets you jump to party members, which is this right here. And yeah, you'll be good to go. All right, awesome. But there is still quite a lot to talk about with Tower Fantasy, but that is all I'll bash your head in with today. But check out this video over here, which is basically going to be us showing you every other option and every other bonus thing that you can do in the day if you happen to have some more time on your hands. Things like hunting for vehicle parts, things like doing specific side quests, exploring, stuff like that. And of course, a lot more in the pipeline. Thank you for your time. Consider subscribing or liking, and goodbye.